call is important to us. Please hold the line.
All operators are busy at the moment. We apologize for the wait and will answer you shortly. Our operators are busy at the moment. Your call is being transferred. Thank you for calling.
Hello, everyone, and happy Wednesday. Here we are once again. Welcome back to another Hotline Live. Horror Nights construction is moving fast, and thanks to that, we now have some solid clues about the 2025 HHN lineup. Joining me to break down all the details are Nico of the Entertainment Connection and Mr. E of TLEV Media. What's up, gentlemen?
We're back.
How's it going?
Well, welcome to everybody in the chat joining us. I see you guys. I'm excited to have you all here. We've got a ton to cover today, a lot to talk about. But before we get into that, gentlemen, I got a question for you.
Ooh.
And I want to play some bets real quick. When do you think we'll get our first HHN announcement? Are we getting it in May, or are they waiting until June? What do you guys think?
What are we like a May's announcement, right? May's announcement.
Sure, or even just like dates.
I mean,
they typically start with dates first, and then they go from dates to the lineup. What do you guys think? Are we getting anything in May?
I think we'll be surprised and get a late May announcement.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of with Hollywood, we kind of already know because they dropped that lineup of what they're doing throughout the entire year, and they drop all the dates already for the event.
Sure.
I think it's more on the fact of on the other coast. I have a feeling they're probably going to get maybe a drop, like a tickets drop, very soon, and I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna say May 20th.
We're doing specifics.
Oh yeah, I'm getting pretty specific with mine. All right, May 20th. I believe it'll be like Orlando's tickets. That's what I would think. I hope there's a May's announcement in May, but I'm gonna say it's that first.
Okay, all right. Tickets on sale soon. Nico, what do you think, dude?
Yeah, I think late May.
Late May.
Geez, let me look at a calendar real quick. I would say May 27th or May 28th.
All right. We're gonna Price is Right rules this. We'll see who gets it closest without going over, right, or under. I forgot what it was, but yeah, interesting stuff for sure. I think it was last year. We didn't get an announcement until June. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong about that.
June 9th.
Yeah, I want to say, and then, but did we get that nasty heart thing, the evil announcement in the sewer in May, or was that?
I think so.
I want to say it was like mid-May, right?
Yeah, that was like mid-May or something. Because I remember, I mean, at my actual job, like I remember it popping up like the video, and it was it was in May around then. So that's what I believe it was.
All right, I like it. So, Mr. E, you're thinking the 20th. Nico's thinking around the 27th. We'll see.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, Albert, thank you. June 6th last year. Very true. Ariana, May 14th for the trip.
There we go.
May 14th.
Ooh, a week away from it again.
It's coming up soon. Araceli says, I need tickets to drop ASAP.
Yeah.
We'll see, man. We'll see. Let's see. I hear it's going to be before Epic Universe. I would hope so.
Ooh.
Epic opens what, the 18th of May?
The 22nd.
The 22nd.
May 22nd is opening day. Yeah.
So yeah, that is an interesting point. I do think that perhaps they'll want to announce, or at least drop the tickets before Epic Universe. That's a good
It's
point.
interesting why they drop like tickets before there's any announcement.
Sure,
I mean, of
sure,
course, like we'll go buy our tickets right away. I
sure.
just feel
Mhm.
like for some who don't really go to the event as much, like I don't know, buying tickets for something you don't know that you're gonna go see this year. I don't know.
Right,
It's
right.
always interesting to me.
Yeah, for sure, man. Albert says, "How are Murdy's fingers doing these days? Maybe getting a little prickly. Maybe getting a little prickly.
Ooh.
At least according to him on Twitter, we probably won't get an announcement anytime soon, allegedly. But we know he's a deflector. He's a kidder. Very interesting stuff. Well, once again, welcome to everybody in the chat. It's great to see you all. Larissa, great point here. Maybe after FanFest.
Possibly.
Yeah,
Possibly.
that makes sense. So right
That
after
ends-
FanFest.
Oh gosh, that was May.
This is
That
the
was
eight-
May 16th.
That's the
18th?
weekend of the
18th?
18th. Yeah, the weekend of the
Okay.
18th.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
possible.
so
Very possible.
I mean, if it lands between the 18th and the 22nd, that would be very interesting. That would be
Yeah.
incredibly interesting. But I do think, folks, that it's safe to say that we can start preparing ourselves for some sort of even just like a little branding or ticket announcement, or maybe our first house announcement very soon here. But yeah, very interesting stuff. Today, however, we're going to do some speculating. Now, it's hard for me to call this speculation because a lot of it is a very soft confirmation. But let's start by talking about the first of two potential repeat houses, starting with Scarecrow, the Reaping. Now, we've talked about this one before on the lives, but now there is more evidence in the parks that Scarecrow is, in fact, coming back to HHN this season. So this is Mr. E's phenomenal photo, literally hot off the presses from this morning. It's undeniable, folks. It is absolutely undeniable that this is the 2022 house that's being built in the T-pad, and I will bet big money that not a single thing will change about this house. So this is the facade as it looks right now. And this is how the facade looked
man.
back in 2022. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's absolutely no denying it now. It is 100% confirmed. Oh, sorry. Soft confirmed.
Yeah.
That it's Scarecrow, the Reaping. I mean, gentlemen, what are your thoughts on the return, the Repeatening, the Repeatening, whatever you want to call it?
You know, it's very interesting, especially like to the point we're at right now with the facade. I mean, honestly, like there's not much more they have to add to the front. Like
No.
we're gonna start seeing that like wood detailing coming in, where they're gonna make it look like all just left behind in the Dust Bowl. You know, I honestly, like if this isn't the first thing that's announced for our mazes, that's crazy in my
Sure.
opinion. I feel like this is gonna be this has to be the first announcement, right? Yeah, man. I mean, look, what I'm happy about is that those who haven't been able to experience Scarecrow, they'll be able to experience Scarecrow. Like
Yeah.
that's the cool part about the whole situation. However, for me, who goes to the event every single year and probably going to check out Vegas, I don't care. I really don't care that Scarecrow is here. Like it's super, like I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about it. Like I'm happy for those who will get to experience it, but then I'm just like, all right, well, at least we know the scares will be good, right? At
Sure.
least we know that. So yeah.
Nico, what are your thoughts, man?
Yeah, I think everybody knows my thoughts on this. Yes, it's a great maze. I'm super excited to go through it again, but it's just too soon to have it back. Like I'm more on board with other returning mazes than this. Like it's just too soon. And with the facade and where T-pad is located, are we even going to have room for that truck that's going to be in front of the
in the
facade?
front.
Yeah,
I would think so. I would think so. Like, you know, Or maybe they change it up a little bit, Nico. Like maybe we actually have like a scare actor come out in the front. Like that'd be cool, right?
It would be
Something
neat.
like that.
Out of the corn. That would be kind of fun. That would be kind of fun.
Just somebody posts up on a Scarecrow post
Oh,
and just stands there the whole time.
sometimes. Ooh.
After those long days, the scare actor just falls asleep on the thing and just, until his swap.
But it is a great maze. I'm excited for the people who weren't able to experience it.
Yeah.
But it's too soon for me, and this will definitely not be one of the first mazes I go to or houses I go to,
Right.
unless it's a part of early entry. But
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is, folks. Scarecrow, again, very soft confirmed for this year. I'm definitely excited to go through it with the camera gear that I have now because I wasn't where I was at, where I wanted to be in 2022. I've got some new toys now that I'm excited to capture because it is a beautiful house. The scares are absolutely intense. So I'm excited to see it again. But at the same time, well, I'll hold my thoughts for later. But yeah, really interesting stuff. An interesting development indeed. The chat, however, seems to be pretty excited for it to come back.
Yeah.
A lot of people who have not seen it before. You guys are in for a real treat.
Yeah.
You haven't seen this house before.
It's awesome. It's a great maze. Just be careful of the birds.
Yeah, exactly. Idiotic Fruit says, I would not be surprised if it is the same layout. I would bet big money. I would bet my car that it's going to be basically exactly the same. Oh, and I forgot to add it to the slideshow. But Nico, you got that picture of the barn on the inside.
Oh, in the inside, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
sorry, what were you going to say, Mystery?
Go for it, Nico. Nico, go for it.
Oh, I was just going to say I went to FanFest. They had the lights on in the house, and it's the exact same barn. I don't think it's going to be a sequel to anything. The HHN Hollywood team doesn't really know how to do sequels. I don't think so. This is going to be the same exact house.
Indeed.
I mean,
Indeed.
I hope they can implement the scarecrows. Not the scarecrows, the crows. They will implement scarecrows, but the crows that we see in the front of the park, that'd be amazing. That one, I can't remember the scene, but it's like towards the end of the barn, kind of towards like the pig pens, I guess they were called. I don't know, where you had multiple scarecrows coming at you. Like, I don't know if they were pig pens or whatever, but that part was amazing because
it was almost like this. It was like stables. I feel like horse. Stables,
right,
something like that. But yeah, dude.
And they had essentially just curtains set up around them, so they had like two different areas that they can pop out of. So once they got you in that mix, oh man, that's a good scare for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. We've got a special guest today, folks. John Murdy himself is in the chat. Very interesting speculation. Thank you, John. Thank you for joining us all the way from Ireland right now. I want to see this channel.
What if it is him? Like, just what if?
Well, that would be pretty wild. John, let's see. I don't know. We're gonna have to see your ID or your passport or something. Just put it in the chat so we can confirm that it's you. We need some verification.
No, DM
give us the
Entertainment Connection on Twitter and be like, "Hey, no, that was me."
Yes.
Yeah, we need a picture of a newspaper and your computer screen to make sure that it's you.
Yeah, a selfie next to the screen and send it to Nico.
Diego says, finally, I can actually go through it. Again, really cool that a lot of people that have missed it will be able to see it because it is really good. This is interesting, too. Drawing Whatever Incorporated says, Orlando's website has the HHN logo ready for purchasing tickets. In typical speculation fashion, now that we have talked about the date, it is most likely going to happen like tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see if they actually drop it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Albert says, I'm telling you, Murdy is going to make T-Pad different this year. He'll call it Scarecrows Reapings with a Z.
Hey, there we go.
I like it.
There we go.
I like it. And Larissa, I agree. What a weird choice for a repeat. I mean, yeah, we've talked about it before. The fact that Unleashed is having a Scarecrow thing too is very strange.
Yeah.
But here we are. Here we are, folks. Yeah, Tom, give us your social security number, John.
There we go. There we go.
Oh man, that's funny.
And credit
I love
card
it.
information.
Exactly. Well, now we're going to talk about the second potential. Again, I have trouble calling it a potential, but the second potential repeat house of 2025, which is none other than Poltergeist. It is also now undeniably being built in the T-pad. And just like with Scarecrow, I think we're going to see it exactly as we did back in 2018. So again, hot off the presses, here's Mr. E's photo from earlier today of the Poltergeist facade. Oh, I'm sorry, the alleged Poltergeist facade. This is what the facade looked like as we saw it in 2018. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
The similarities are very evident here, from the sloped roof to the little square in the middle. I mean, it's absolutely Poltergeist. And again, I don't think we're going to see much change from this at all, unfortunately. Gentlemen, what are your thoughts on the now further confirmed Poltergeist return?
Yeah, like, I'm less mad about this than I am. I'm not even mad. I'm less peeved that we're getting Poltergeist again than Scarecrow. Again, we have better equipment to film this house, so we're gonna get some good footage for you all. The scares were great in this house. It's just, again, and like the scenes and et cetera, but it just seemed very Black Wall heavy.
Yeah.
And I hope that John Murdy does, or the team does something different. I hope there's more like staticky whatever with when you get near the skeletons or by the clown doll. But it was a really good maze in 2018.
Right.
And yeah, I'm more excited to see Poltergeist than I am Scarecrow.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, fair. It has been a long time. I'll give you that much. It has been at least a good couple of years. And plus 2020's in there, which makes everything really weird. So
it's been like 7 or 6 years essentially.
Yeah.
Without Poltergeist, kind of to add to Nico's point, like, if they change things up, I mean, look, they always talk about the new engineering team, right? Like, we have this whole team that's really good at making animatronics now. So let's get some of those clowns in there, dude. Like get him moving a little bit. That you could totally make a lot more happening with, put screens all over the place where you have the characters coming out of them. Like there's a lot that they can do now because they formed this new team. I'm excited that I really enjoyed this maze. I really did. I can agree that there are multiple black walls in this maze. But it's something that has been gone for a long time. So it'd be cool. And I really hope that they can add a little bit more detailing and newer things for sure.
Agreed. I'm keeping my fingers crossed because, again, especially because it has been such a long time. And to your point, they've improved greatly in effects. It would be cool to get some refreshers, but I'm not holding my breath because the same thing kind of happened with Exorcist, and we got Exorcist basically exactly how we saw it the first time. Which Exorcist, I think, is high up there for me. It's a pretty good HHN Hollywood house, so I'm not exactly complaining. But
did that
nice.
return the year after COVID?
2021, right?
Yeah, it's the first year from COVID.
Yeah.
So like all of the mazes that year. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say all the mazes that year were returning houses except for Haunting of Hill House and The Bride of Frankenstein Lives.
Yeah. Pretty much, man. Pretty much. I was also doing some interesting math, and I was thinking of, or I was realizing that pretty much almost every year that Murdy has been at HHN Hollywood, there's been at least one repeat house. For a while there, it was the Walking Dead attraction. Before that, it was the House of Horrors. And then in other years, there's been one or two. Now we're back to having two of them. So, it's just an interesting trend to note that there's always been at least one house that has been a repeat. Yeah, exactly. And on that note, I want to highlight a tweet real quick. Twitter user Kevin M asked John Murdy why houses get repeated. And Murdy replied, time. Sometimes things take a long time to come together, so you need to be able to trigger things that can move right away. Which is an interesting response, in my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think about that, and especially chat. Let me know what you guys think about Mr. Murdy's response. But yeah, what do you guys think about him saying that time is usually the reason why houses get repeated?
Yeah, I mean, look, like we know that sometimes there are IPs that fall, right? Like they have these probably contracts or getting near a contract to the point where they're almost getting the green light to start building as they got to get moving, right? Like Horror Nights always starts building around April and then May. And then, so really like, I get it. Like contracts probably it takes a while to get them. Like I wouldn't be surprised. Like if we were seeing one of those big IPs this year that we've been talking about a lot, I wouldn't be surprised if that kind of agreement was made maybe a year or two before, when we were seeing, like, I know we'll probably talk about maybe Five Nights at Freddy's later, but when we had the behind the scenes, like tour with like the costumes and stuff like that, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the moment contract was starting to be made for Five Nights at Freddy's.
Sure.
Then maybe it's reaching a point that this year we can finally have it, or maybe it's going to be completely cut off. We've seen it again with Halloween 3, right? Like we were going to have it. It was going to be their Season of the Witch. We were like, we have it. Then they had to scrap it. So, we know he has his go-tos, right? Michael Myers, Leatherface, Jason, the Titans of Terror, right? Like there is always those little things. And so, yeah, I mean, I could understand. Unfortunately, that sucks. That is the situation. But I guess when you're Horror Nights and you're working IPs, like this is just something that comes with it. Like, there's just you might lose one of those IPs right away. It's just that's Halloween always works with IPs. That's just part of the job, I think. So no, I could understand that time could be a big issue sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. Nico, what are your thoughts on Murdy's response to this, man?
Like, I get it. Like, things fall out, like contracts fall apart, so on. But you have to have some sort of original ideas up there in your brain to bring to this event. Like, I'm honestly sick of seeing Michael Myers. I'm tired of seeing Leatherface. I'm like, I don't think you're just sitting there thinking about only IP mazes year round.
Right.
And even if things do fall apart with Paramount, with Warner Brothers, with 20th Century Studios, whatever, you're Universal. You have a whole library of so many different movies that I think you could go after. Like, I'm still waiting for an As Above, So Below maze. I think that would be terrifying. I think it'd be like just super cool, super spooky. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really buying it.
Yeah. Very fair. Listen, it's interesting to note that despite having 10 houses to produce every year, Universal Orlando has really only repeated a house once. So to your point, Nico, I think a solid argument can be made that Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood specifically needs to grow its team so that we can get fresh houses every season if time is really the only thing that's the factor keeping these houses
True.
being repeats. Again, the math to me doesn't really math here, folks. But that's fine, John. If you're in the chat, let me know how you're feeling right now. If you're still with us, John. But yeah, it's just very interesting. It's very interesting. Now, I said this in the last live stream, and we've talked about it before, but it is interesting that they're billing FanFest nights as from the creators of HHN. So maybe there is some growth happening in the team that we're not even really 100% aware of at this point. Murdy did tweet that he's coming up into years where he thought he would be retiring, but then he mentioned that his wife was like, "No, keep going, go until 65." So we'll see what happens there. But it is. If you need more time, John, there's a lot of people that would be very happy to help you writing treatments and figuring things out to keep it all fresh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
no, I agree. Like if I would love to know how that whole situation works, like getting IPs and stuff like that. I really would, because it would be like, is it a whole team thing? Like, is it down to just one person? Like, yeah, man. Like, especially like with like The Last of Us, how that one worked. Remember they kept talking about how it started as a tweet from the creator of the game, and then it went from somewhere. Like, I would love to know how that works. No, I agree. It could, we need a little bit more than just the word time to know what do we mean by that? What do we mean by that?
Yeah.
Indeed. Very interesting stuff here, fellas. So I felt the need to highlight that because, he actually went out of his way to talk about it, and I thought the response was kind of interesting. Cool. Definitely raised some more questions. By the way, friends, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing so. This is all we do, man. We sit around and talk about SoCal haunts. Be sure and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at the Hauntline, because that's where we post all of our updates. And the updates just keep coming, baby. Speaking of more updates, we're going to talk about the H lot, where we see a brand new update. Again, thanks to Mr. E, we see this giant structure, which HHN facade expert Kevin from HHN 365 believes to be the facade for a house based on Terrifier. And you know what? I think the evidence is kind of there. It is very, very interesting to note how the structure is coming together. I mean, it's a little zoomed out. It's a little pixelated because it's very far. But I mean, gentlemen, what are your guys' thoughts on this potential Terrifier house?
Nico?
I hope it's like Chucky. I hope it's the ultimate kill count type maze or Texas Chainsaw Massacre. My problem is that Terrifier is very gory, very like unapologetic with its gore. And the question is how far will Universal go if this is Terrifier?
Sure.
Because we've had people complain about the turkey man on the table in Holidays in Hell.
R.I.P. to the
whoever
turkey man.
did that, I will find you. That was the best part in that maze.
Why? Yeah, come on.
Like taking out of the children in Dark Christmas Scare Zone back in the day. Like, you're going to a horror event, stop complaining. You're going to see things you don't want to see. So,
like a turkey man in the fetal position.
Yes.
On the table.
So, Terrifier, I hope it's extremely gory. I think it will be on the same level as Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Legacy of Leatherface. And I just hope it's a lot of memorable scenes and just like an ultimate kill count.
Agreed, friend.
Yeah. I completely agree, Nico. Like, we can't try to turn this PG-13. And there is a tweet out there from Murdy that he said, I think we've talked about it before. Maybe it was a long time ago, where he was like, wrote up this one that is batshit crazy, a lot of gore, blah 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 kind of thing. So, hopefully a lot of gore to Murdy is going back to that old HHN feel of there's no mercy kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It is interesting to see, like, if this is Terrifier, where are we going with this? Is this because this is from Terrifier 2 right here? Like, this is
Right.
this little facade is from the second movie. So are we going to be focusing on one of the movies more than the others? Like, what I'm trying to figure out. So, like, I know we saw that cooling system or whatever that might be, like those vents or whatever. Could that be because we're going to have a lot of the Christmas stuff from the third movie? Got to make it cold, kind of like in Krampus, where we had it really cold in there. Like the first movie, there's maybe 2 or 3 kills that they could do from the first movie, and one of them I don't think is going to be in the maze, just because of kind of crazy how crazy it is. I don't think we'll see it.
Okay.
But like, yeah, in my opinion, I think we're gonna be following more of the second and the third movie, and then a big focus on that third movie because we already got a F ton of Christmas stuff ready to just kind of throw in there. But yeah, I mean, look, Kevin's crazy at how he can just point out facades like this right away. And I truly hope this is the facade, because this would be, in my opinion, probably one of those top facades that we've seen at Horror Nights.
Listen, y'all, that motherfucker is 2 for 2 right now. Okay, Kevin looked at the ground plan for Scarecrow and said, "That's Scarecrow." Facade wasn't even, they didn't even think about raising that facade yet, and he called it. And then he got Poltergeist like right away. The dude's a wizard. I need to meet this guy. I don't even think he's real, bro. Like,
yeah.
Kevin, if you're in the
we'll
chat,
just go to the hill and we'll wait there. We'll wait there night and day.
Night and day until Kevin shows up.
we'll be sitting around with like little earpieces like FBI agents. We'll be like, okay, he's approaching. He's approaching. He's in location. Drop him. But Kevin, thank you for your work, sir. Excellent work.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I think you might be 3 for 3 here, dude. Because again, the resemblance is absolutely striking. We'll see in the following weeks, because they have been going very fast. We shall see. But again, I am just amazed by the way that this dude can kind of guess these things without even like really knowing too much yet. So good eye, friend. Good eye.
Crazy. So crazy.
Let's see. Oh yeah, sorry, I meant to show this tweet where it was Kevin talking about that it's from the Funhouse from Terrifier 2.
The Funhouse.
So again, shout out to you, Kevin. Now we're gonna talk. We're gonna go down to the lower lot. We're gonna talk the Mummy Queue, because there's a lot of interesting things happening here too. So again, Mr. E, thanks for the update. Great photo.
Of course.
This, for the past couple of years, has been the entrance to the house. But as the weeks go by, as more construction is starting to happen, I'm starting to believe that this is back to being the exit to the house. And we can now kind of see that there's a lot of building happening on the opposite end of this house location, on this tent. I think this big-ass structure is going to end up being the facade for this location. And I think they're being a little extra careful about it for a reason. Now, when we look at the HN, or I'm sorry, here's another photo of the facade. This is from one of our followers, Destiny, who was able to nab this. I mean, the structure there looks pretty big. It's pretty big. And now I have another interesting theory. HN Nightmares has this spot quoted to be Terrifier by those trash bags that you see there, the Mummy Queue. I, however, think that this spot is going to be Fallout. They're saying that Fallout might be in Soundstage 15, but the facade to me just looks pretty huge. And I don't know, it's kind of giving Fallout Shelter. It's kind of giving, if you guys have played the games, you can let me know. But yeah, man, kind of interesting. What do you guys think about this?
So here's my thing. Like, so I'm currently editing the video that will be out tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen.
Keep an eye out, folks.
Man,
Keep an eye out.
when I was looking at this thing, like, I mean, it's pretty far out there too. But even in my video, when I was starting to talk about like what it could be, and then this facade is in the back, like we can't really see it. But then I start looking more. I'm like, wait, for a facade, there's a lot of detailing, in my opinion, going between like two different levels. And usually we don't get something going on like that for a facade. Like it kind of looks like doors, like where you kind of zigzag through. Of course, it could be
sure
an entrance, but I don't know, man. Like I'm having a hard time thinking now that this is a facade. And I know people are saying, Murdy's saying that like it's on the other side that we saw last year, but frankly, I don't know. Murdy's hadn't been there yet, so it might be changing. Who knows? But it is interesting. It is interesting to see that there is a major focus going on towards this backside. And I want to remember in the video when I was filming it, didn't The Shining get built out even further from the tent?
I want to say it did. And I'm starting to think back to the other houses that were in that spot.
Right. Like Last of Us, did that get built further?
Right.
No, well, I've always felt like the facade itself, like the building of the facade, has always been pushed against the tent. And then it expands outwards.
Okay, right.
But so to me personally, I don't think that's going to be the entrance. I think that's actually going to be the exit, since it's pushed out the tent.
Yeah.
And they're not building the facade yet on the south side, because once they build it, I think it will be too obvious of what it could be. And I wanted to
and honestly, I think so too, Nico. Like John, if you can show that picture, like I don't think they're doing a lot of work there too, because they're still not done working with that hillside. Like they're starting to move things inside of there, but I think because of the two projects, maybe there are certain times when they're allowed to actually work on it. But I do agree too, maybe the facade, once it starts going up, Kevin right away is going to be like, oh, I know what that is. So maybe that is a big problem too. But yeah, dude, like it'll be interesting.
But what you're saying with I was just going to say, because you're saying with doors mystery, I think this might be the location of Five Nights at Freddy's. And it's going to be a door finale.
Hey, that's interesting. That's pretty interesting.
The security office. So.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm having a hard time like figuring out what's going on here. And it's so interesting. I don't know if I talked about it on the last live stream, but how each maze, how each one is being built right now are all starting at different spots. Like with Teeth Pad, right away was the facade. With this one, they're starting towards the back and moving to the front, supposedly. With the H lot, I would assume maybe there's only a facade right now up for Poltergeist, but like every project has a different way of starting. And I always thought that was like interesting on how they decide how to start the mazes based off of that. So yeah.
I mean, to your point, Nico, if this is the pizza parlor, then maybe, and even to your point, Mystery, they're going to wait until the last second to put that one up since it is out in the open. You know what I mean? And I think,
oh my gosh, yeah,
it would kind of create a frenzy for sure. So
100%.
Pretty interesting stuff here, folks. I love that this one is kind of the big mystery right now, especially considering that we have, I would say, at least 3 so far that are pretty solid, that we know what's going on. But yeah, very interesting stuff. And again, the construction is moving super fast. So I'm sure by this time next week, we'll probably have a little bit more of a clue about what's going on here. But
I would hope,
yeah, I would hope so too, man. But that's the mummy for you, folks. I'm gonna go to the chat real quick. Let's see. Arkham says, I really hope it's not Five Nights. I feel like it's too small for the facade as well as the house itself. True.
Fair.
They could build more. They killed.
I would prefer that to be in a soundstage. 100%.
Yes, 100%.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Albert says, and we still have a mystery house. Allegedly.
Ooh.
Very true. Very true. Travoltron says, are we expecting the Fallout facade to be one of the vaults or like one of the settlements? Facade could be multi-tiered like fortress walls. Pretty interesting,
Very
too.
interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm thinking, like, if it is Fallout, I'm thinking we're going to get like a New Vegas sign or something like that, kind of like
Sure.
as the entrance. And if that's the case, maybe still on the sound stage. And that would be pretty epic too, So,
Sure.
yeah.
Jackson England asks, why would Murdy lie about that? Why wouldn't he, friend?
Why? Yeah.
That's real. That's the real question there is why wouldn't he? And Rob is saying we need Nico to put on a construction hat and get in there and find out what it is. You've been summoned, Nico.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's mission impossible, brother.
My hard hat and my mustache. And I'm in there.
I'm here to inspect some houses. Now, before we continue, I do want to remind everyone, I would like to remind everyone that nothing is confirmed until HHN officially announces it. I know that we're speculating wildly about this location, but it's also hard to call some of these clues wild speculation. So just keep that in mind. But again, we're going to wait until HHN officially announces anything to call anything 100% what it is. But I think we're getting pretty close here, folks. I think we're getting pretty damn close. The next location that we're going to talk about is a return location, the Jurassic World Queue. Again, this is an excellent photo of this location. Nico, I mean, you were one of the first people that I saw to speak about it too. Was this at Fan Fest nights as well that you noticed the tent?
Yeah, just going down the hill, and I just looked to my right, and there's this big old black tent, and I was like, "That's not the tent that was for the queue last year. Yeah. That is a black tent. That is not a white, like, what is it? Like those party tents?
Yeah.
This is a Horror Nights tent, and nobody's gonna tell me otherwise."
Well, Nico, your hunch was right because now we have official confirmation from the man himself. Annabelle Horror asks, is the tent up in Jurassic actually for HHN this year? And John Murdy says, yes. Yes, it is. So we have a returning location.
I think it's pretty crazy that some people thought this was just like a regular tent. Like,
sure.
Like, people, we got to think about this. A black tent up during the summer in SoCal is crazy for people having to wait in line for Jurassic World. Holy moly. Sorry, I had to put that out there. I'm like, that's crazy.
Very fair. Very fair. Also interesting that they are assuming that they won't need an extended queue for Jurassic World. So I wonder if the numbers there have dropped a little bit now that it's been around for a couple of years, or if they're, using Express a lot more. But this location is back. Very interesting turn of events here after having Soundstage 12 last year. What are you guys' thoughts on the return of, I think, what was here the last time that we saw it? Was it
8 years ago?
8
years ago. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
crazy. It was Insidious Beyond the Further the last key.
That's right. Yeah. Wow. Okay, well, it's back. What do you guys think?
Stoked. This is one of the best locations for Halloween Horror Nights besides Beyond the Further. This is where we had the first Insidious house, Alice Cooper, American Werewolf in London, Halloween 2, Hell Comes to Haddonfield, Insidious, Return to the Further. Like, those houses were top notch, and I'm stoked to have this location back. And I hope this house, which I think might be a Universal Monsters house, will has some big shoes to fill, and I hope it's able to do it.
Yeah, interesting that that you bring up the Universal Monsters again, because they did ask Murdy directly if we're getting a Universal Monsters house, and he skirted the question in classic John Murdy style. But we do know that we're getting at least one house that is unique to Hollywood, at the very least one. And we do know that Slash is making music for a house. To your point, Nico, could this be it? I mean, I think the potential is high there. Mystery, what are your thoughts on the whole situation, man?
Dude, I mean, the fact that it's been 8 years, I guess you can say 7 years. We're not counting COVID year. It's crazy to think, like, is this considered JPQ or JWQ now? Like, oh my gosh, now it's an entire new place.
Yeah, for the first time ever, the Jurassic World extended queue is being used.
The Jurassic World queue. You know, and I think what's awesome is a lot of people have not been able to experience this spot, and y'all got to know, like, this is HHN history right here. This spot. Some of the craziest stuff here. I mean, this was the first spot where we had a multiple scare ending with the last key, or was it further in the further, whatever? I don't remember what it was called. But this was the one where we had into the further. Yeah.
I think where
something like
when you go around the seance table, I think.
Right at the end where you had the key monster, the old lady,
and Beyond the Further, 2017.
Beyond the
there
Further,
you go.
Where you had all those scares, and that was absolutely insane. Yeah, dude, like, I'm excited. I'm really excited. I've only been able to do this spot twice with Halloween 2, Hell Comes to Haddonfield. Phenomenal maze, in my opinion. I think that was one of the best Halloween mazes for sure.
Yeah.
Actually, no, wait, no, I've done it 3 times because my first Insidious was here too. The one you said first, Nico. I can't remember all the further ones, whatever they're
into the further. So it goes into the further, return to the further,
yes,
and then beyond the further.
Okay.
And then they got lazy with just the further.
That's right.
Okay.
In case you forgot, the further.
In case, the further gets further and further, you know. Yeah, I'm excited. And then I don't know if you had that other picture, John, but like they can kind of see a facade is forming for it. So that's pretty cool too. Yeah, man. Can't wait.
Yeah, I don't think I added that one. Let me see. No,
that's okay. If anybody sees the little corner by that green thing, that's a piece of the facade.
Yeah,
right there.
Yeah.
That green thing is the facade.
Yeah, bingo. There we go. Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited to see in the following weeks what this kind of ends up being. It's a hard spot to get, as you can see. It's a hard spot to look at. I mean, maybe if the Jurassic World queue gets extended enough, we'll probably get a good look at it. But very interesting that this is coming back. I had a feeling that the Soundstage 12 deal was too good to be true. It was cool that we got it for a year because, again, Universal Monster history was made there with many of the original films. And outside of that, I mean, all the films that a lot of us grew up watching were shot there too. So it was cool to be able to use that spot. But I'm bummed that we're not going to be able to use it again. I think it would have been a great space to have at least 2 houses in. They could have put 2 houses in that space for sure, including like the cast break area. But, you know, we had it. We were able to go inside of it. And that's that. I don't think we'll ever get it again, to be honest with you. It was cool to have it while it lasted.
Now, I just need the addition of Jurassic World in the dark, okay?
Yeah,
that's what
man.
I need. Then we'll have the old HHN all over again. So let's get
there
that
we
moving,
go.
right?
Adrian agrees. Yeah, the Jurassic World or Jurassic Park in the dark. Welcome to the jungle. The extra rappers. Wow, the extra raptors. That would be pretty fun. That would be pretty fun to go back to.
Yeah, man.
I mean, why not, right? At this point, especially, that new finale would go hard with Welcome to the Jungle and the Indominus Rex and the T-Rex.
Oh, my God.
Hell yeah, bro. Oh, Diego, this is kind of cool. Doubt it, but hopefully it's some kind of spin-off of Dark Universe / Darkmore. I would be down to see it. A little corporate synergy. I mean, we're already getting it with Scarecrow. Maybe getting it with the Terratram. So why not? Why not push it further? Let's see.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, people drawing whatever ink says people who were denying it didn't want to believe they would lose a soundstage house for another 10 house. The
That's
way
fair.
that
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, for sure. It's a bummer that we have to fight so hard in Hollywood to use sound stages for HHN because I mean the soundstage houses out in Orlando are easily some of the best, and it's really cool getting to play with the effects and the lighting and the sound in a controlled environment like that. But maybe one day we'll be able to take
Maybe
over the
one
lower
day.
lot.
I will say though
Oh.
that besides the weekend, I can't think of any house that has been in a soundstage that didn't. How do I word it? It was the same scale as the Black Tent house. Like nothing was super tall, nothing was super
Okay.
big.
Right.
Like the layouts wasn't that much different than what a Black Tent house would be. So
Yeah,
it sucks that we're losing Soundstage 12, and it was like core memory, iconic that we got to go in there. But I don't think it's going to be different if it's in a Black Tent house or in a soundstage.
agreed. Unfortunately, agreed.
Hey,
Unfortunately,
I gotta disagree there, Nico. We did have the cotton ball monster in Stranger Things maze, okay? And that thing was huge,
Lord.
all right? That took up a lot of space. All right. You need to remember that. All right. Get your facts.
Trying not to, but
that was a rough house, y'all. That was a rough house. Damn, man.
Yeah.
You know, I want to put that up against Fright Fest Extreme. Let's see where we can go there. Like those two Stranger Things mazes against each other. I want to know who would win that.
Oh God, that would be such a weird fight because at the end of the day we all lose. That's what happens. As we lose, man. Woof. Well, I guess the last location that we have to talk about today is the Parisian courtyard, where not much is being seen. I forgot to put the picture in the slideshow, but it's a construction wall. It's a black tent. High Universal did something that I don't condone, but he took a photo over the wall of the foundation, which again I don't condone, but you know that's as far as we've got.
Shame.
Shame. I think pretty soon here we'll start seeing construction for a facade in that
100%.
spot. It's a rumored Latin American house again, but we'll see what actually pans out. Again, we have what could be a mystery IP or a Hollywood exclusive. Maybe
it's my IP. It's my IP.
Oh yes,
the mystery.
Mystery
the horrors
IP.
of mystery.
That's what it is.
Rob,
there wasn't.
Don't you dare badmouth Fright Fest Extreme.
I wasn't.
Mystery.
No.
You dare.
See, you're putting words in my mouth there. Okay, I did not say anything bad. I just said let's put those two against each other and see who wins. That's it. I didn't say anything else. You said the rest, Rob. You said the rest, not me.
Diego says, should I be embarrassed to say that Stranger Things 2019 was the first HHN house I ever went to? No, don't be embarrassed, Diego.
No.
The bar started very low for you, and it could only go up from there. So it's all good, brother. It's all good.
I will say though that Parisian, there was a pretty big wall, a pretty tall wall, when I was there last Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Walls are going vertical.
Today that you can still see like they got the back going right now, like what you got last time, Nico. They still have that tall part of the maze where maybe they'll put another bag of some sort again in that location. Usually what they do.
Another sack.
Another sack of some sort.
The sack zone.
The sack zone. All right. And then but today I did hear a lot of construction going on. Still probably getting walls up, but no signs of a facade just yet. So it'll be interesting to see what the that facade looks like, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I want to know what
Yeah.
route they're gonna go, because you can't really do two old cemeteries anymore, right? I don't know.
Right.
A
No,
little
no
past
more. No
that.
more 2-story
No more
mausoleums.
mausoleums. Yeah.
Daryl says the horrors of Saxo.
Oh God, gross. There we go.
It's Mr. E's personal nightmare. That house is going to be built just for you, man. Oh, wow. Amazing. Well, friends, that's all we have for today's construction update. A lot happening, though. Really exciting
100%.
time. Lots of evidence everywhere for all kinds of really interesting things. Gentlemen, what are your final thoughts on our construction update for tonight?
Nico, you have anything?
Just everything's moving along super quick. It's
Yeah.
awesome
Yeah,
to see
dude.
everything coming together. I was pretty worried because last year I think construction started in February with Parisian,
That's
if
true.
I'm not
Yeah, I think
mistaken.
so.
Yeah,
So
very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just seeing it all come together is awesome, and I think that they have to rush these houses for when FanFest ends.
Yeah.
They have to
Yeah, dude.
tear down Star Trek, tear down Dungeons and Dragons, and get to work on those two locations as well. Yeah, it's a very exciting time. We're always excited for Halloween Horror Nights, as much as we make fun of it. It's all constructive criticism. We love this event to death, and
Indeed.
yeah, super exciting.
Yeah. I mean, to add to like what Nico was saying, like, we were worried at first, like with FanFest, like, oh man, does this delay construction? But no, I mean, have no fear. Like, there's stuff going up right now, another amazing event. So it's pretty cool to see that. Hey, we have that one tweet going around from Horror Nights saying it's going to be mayhem or whatever.
Mayhem,
So,
yeah.
let's hope that something's coming in May, right? Like, this could be a sign of we're gonna get some kind of announcement. Don't expect anything huge, don't expect it to be like, but hey, I would love that if May 14th, if we get another trailer again, if we get a trailer again, I think that will make me quite happy, because then we can start nitpicking in those trailers again and think we find stuff, and then really the trailer has nothing to do with the event. Oh, I can't wait to do that.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Exciting stuff, y'all. Exciting stuff, especially for haunt nerds like us. Larissa, I love it. End of FanFest is the beginning of HHN season, basically. Very
and that
true.
Is awesome. I love
Very
that.
true. Absolutely. Albert, good point here. Hopefully whatever summer event is planned, it won't slow things down. I can guarantee you that whatever unannounced summer event they've got coming probably won't have anything to do with the UBE or with the soundstage. And if they do, they're crazy. So we'll see what happens there. Well, Mr. E, where can everyone find you, sir?
Yeah, guys, it's TLEV Media. We are posting a lot of construction updates on YouTube. Our TikTok is about to hit 15K. So thank you all for, if you guys are on those, and then of course we got Instagram. We're posting videos on there. We're posting construction updates. So go hit a follow on all those socials.
Hell yeah. Nico, where can everyone find you?
Yeah, you can follow me at the Entertainment Connection. Like Mystery was saying, he has his construction updates in the beginning of the week. I try to do my construction updates at the end of the week, just so that we're all filled and full of Horror Nights goodness all week long. Entertainment Connection. And yeah.
Thank you for keeping us fed, gentlemen. I appreciate it. I love all the updates. Keep up the excellent work out in the field. And, of course, you can follow us at The Hotline on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We're posting shorts now. That's a thing. And until the next time, thank you for calling The Hotline, everyone. Thank you for joining us on the live and on the replay. Until the next time, we'll see you in the fog, everyone. Good night.